Today, we are react to teacher ruin her life with one TikTok. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what this is about, so we gonna get to the video.
Shorty. Sheesh. Man, I gotta get up out these school kids trying to take me down, man. As you guys may know, I am the substitute that was recently fired from teaching because of my TikTok. It's honestly so sad how sick the world is that you guys automatically mischaracterize me fully without further.
The substitute teacher that exposed herself for being a weirdo has been going on a...
Oh yeah, then obviously that's gonna happen. Motherfuckers begin. Finally, it's like finally some shit finally happened. Like I don't know what the fuck I just said, but like they find. Okay, nah, but what I was saying though, like stuff like this needs to happen. Like motherfuckers need to get punished for this shit. Cause I ain't gonna lie, like a lot of niggas on TikTok or a lot of people on TikTok I seen get away with a whole bunch of shit. She's gonna have to learn from this. Like next time she becomes a teacher and shit, she can't be doing no dumbass TikToks like this.
Tour after not only losing her substitute teaching job, which was very much needed, but also losing her main job, turning to making a GoFundMe in order to make ends meet. And honestly, no one feels bad for her at all, especially after the weird comments she was making towards high school students, along with the fact that she was recording people without their consent. But I don't want to yap too much, so why don't we start with the very video that got her fired in the first place.
Yeah. We got a new hustle unlocked. I'm a school teacher now. Little brothers. Let's get the day rolling. Who would have ever thought? Yes, ma'am. Have a good day.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. She don't even look like a teacher, bro. She looks like a student, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie. If this is a teacher in my high school and I seen her walking around the hallway, bro, I would think she's a real life student. Cause what the fuck? That's why I would say her ass look like a student. Bro.
Today was really a breeze. My kids ain't have to do too much, man. I really, to be honest, I let them do whatever they want to do. Yes, I'm that type of teacher. Yeah, they got it going on at this junk. They stay bound, okay then.
Shit, nah. That's why I can't be no teacher, bro. Because if I was a teacher, yeah, I'd get fired. Because I just would not care, bro. Like if I see somebody on, like that's a bad teacher, bro. But nigga, that's just how I would be. I wouldn't be doing no weird shit like this teacher though. But me, hell yeah, like nigga, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be fired, bro. Like I see somebody on their phone, I'd just be like, oh well. Shit, as soon as the principal come in, y'all, I'm just telling like, oh yeah, the principal's coming, y'all gotta just act like y'all doing some work or some shit. Bro.
Shorty. Sheesh. Man, I gotta get up out these school kids trying to take me down, man. Then I look so young, I look like one of them. You know, my little free time, I had to go out there and give me some little content, little fit check. Really just a chill fit today. Cause y'all know if it was up to me, I would have been refined head to toe.
Now, there are honestly several things wrong with this video, from the fact that she's constantly telling us and letting us know that she looks like a student going around recording kids without their consent or their parents' consent.
Yeah, like I don't know why she doing that though. That's crazy.
They're just walking through the hallway and she is filming them without letting anybody at any point in time know. A big issue right there, along with the fact that she made a very weird comment about these students while they were having their march or whatever they were doing in the hallway, saying that she was going to get taken down by these kids, and then again telling us that she looks like a kid and implying something very weird that made people believe she was a .pdf. And by people I mean me and other people in the comment section, because I don't know what else you're supposed to infer by watching that video and hearing the things that she is saying. But she got a bunch of backlash.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, she already seems like she's fucked up though. But nigga, imagine a school fight happening in the lunchroom, then you see her being the one to stop it. I'm not gonna lie, they not gonna stop. They first think that she's just another student trying to hop into the fight instead of an actual teacher. Cause what the fuck? Like, bro, I guarantee you, bro, she was telling, there was like 2 kids fighting in the lunchroom. She was to be like, stop fighting, bro. They are not stopping, bro. They're going to think that she's just a regular student, bro. I'm sorry, bro. They're going to think that she's just trying to get her good points.
At the point, tons and tons of people were making videos pointing out the weird stuff that she was doing in that TikTok.
It's honestly so sad how sick the world is that you...
No, you're sick, you freaky frog.
Yeah.
Don't try to put this on us. The fact that you think recording was the strangest thing that you did. First off, you are a teacher, obviously. You recorded people's kids, right? Clearly you're a little stud or whatever, right? So you recorded a group of some girls walking by. You said, shorty, immediately followed up with, these kids trying to take me down. What do you mean by that? I'll tell you exactly what you mean. What you meant was, if these kids try to flirt with me, I might fall for it. Now, if you're one of those people who are trying to stick up for her, let me know.
Okay, but nah, anyways, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Now that was some weird shit. Like, wait. He said, wait, hold on.
Down. What do you mean by that? I'll tell you exactly.
Oh yeah, like talking about like the students would try to talk to me and shit. Like, I would have back down. I would have back out or some shit like that. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. No wonder she got fired, bro. She probably be looking at them in some type of way too. We don't even know, nigga. I don't know, bro.
What you mean? What you meant was,
but that was some weird shit. I ain't gonna lie.
If these kids try to flirt with me, I might fall for it. Now, if you're one of those people who are trying to stick up for her, let me know what she meant by that. These kids trying to take me down after she said, "Shorty." Tell me what she meant by that, please, because I'm not the smartest person. So I'm a little slow. So explain it to me what the she meant by that. Y'all have to be stopped. Y'all have to be stopped.
It wasn't just this video, it was many people's videos calling her out, saying this behavior is weird, wondering why she would post it, wondering why the video was still up, because at the time of a bunch of people calling her out and saying a bunch of these things, the video was still up. The issues were still prevalent in the video, with her recording people without their consent, showing off the weird things that she's doing, and still having that weird behavior up, and yet nothing was really changing, and there was no real response from her until she decided to finally speak up and say something, and the response was very lackluster and didn't seem like she was taking any real accountability for the issues that happened inside the video.
As you guys may know, I am the substitute that was recently fired from teaching because of my TikTok. It's honestly so sad how sick the world is that you guys automatically mischaracterize me fully without further content. I'm a content creator. I record everything I do, so it was typical for me. And as you guys know, if you create content, you will know that everything you see is not what you get. Majority of the content that you do see was recorded while I was alone. It looked as if I had a class, but I did not have a class, and the school knows that. I did not have a class. I had nothing but free time. Aside from the body cam that was already recording, everything else was recorded when I was alone. And as I explained to Lake Cormont when I first arrived, this was my very first time subbing ever. I had absolutely no idea that I couldn't record students, or else I definitely wouldn't have done it. I truly would have honestly recorded myself if I knew it was an issue with recording students. I went on TikTok before I worked, and that's what I seen. I am by far no predator or anything close to it. That is insane for it even to be put onto me. I truly just thought I was doing something good for the youth.
The biggest issue we see here is the lack of professionalism. I don't understand why it would be a hard thing to understand that kids, especially without the consent of them or their parents, should not be recorded. That just should be a common sense thing. And then again, with her slang, it is very easy to code switch, because you're going to run into issues like this where apparently her slang is being taken out of context or being mischaracterized according to her, and the things that she said were not meant to be taken that way. I don't know how else we're supposed to take them, or how else anybody in the school is supposed to take them when you're saying it in this context, in this way, while also filming these kids. It just seems like a pretty odd situation that didn't have to happen in the first place. We just had a little bit more common sense and weren't too focused on making content and more focused on being professional. But she did try again to explain why she said the things that she said when those kids were being filmed in the hallway.
I am a content creator. I am known. The kids knew me. They were supporters of mine. So I say the kids were going to take me down. That means as the same way that supporters do anybody else that they support. I'm no different from them. I handle myself more than properly. Do we have a fan base? Am I that person? That's what I meant by take me down. All hassling me at once is what I meant. Absolutely didn't mean anything sexual from kids. Those are kids, so they see me as somebody.
I ain't gonna lie, folks. If anybody was to make her mad at her class, bro, I ain't gonna lie. She definitely sent one of them types I would try to like fight them or some shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Bro, if one of her kids was the disrespectful to her class and shit, she would, I guarantee you she's that type that would be like, all right, back, come on, so we finna box. You finna sell this by boxing and shit. Like,
famous. They were all entouraging me at one time.
And then get fired and think that she ain't do nothing wrong.
That's what I mean. I find it sick that you guys would assume that I'd be saying that phrase in any other way. This was a voiceover I added way after I left the school. Again, it was an additional voiceover. It was not recorded. On the videos, it was nothing saying I was cheering the school on. I am truly so sorry that you guys are not familiar with me or my terminology, but I absolutely meant no harm.
This is again where I would say just being professional and understanding when to code switch. And if I'm being honest, taking content way too far when you don't need to. You don't honestly need to be recording all the time. You don't need to be making content about every last thing. Most of her content, if you go to her page, is about her clothing brand or other stuff that's unrelated to even teaching. So it doesn't make sense why you would bring that content to your job. It's cool sometimes to try to record and show people your life, but when you're dealing with things like kids, especially other people's kids, yes, it gets very weird when you start making comments like this, or when you start saying things that can be interpreted in these weird ways.
The content, like y'all don't have to make content everywhere. The whole they don't know my slang and da. Why are you talking to children like that anyway? It's media forms parents have to fill out these days. I mean, to get the school permission to record kids for certain things though, like say if the news come to your school, stuff like that. But not when no content creator come in and thinking they finna be damn shawty with my child.
I understand everybody wants to be a content creator, but we have to understand there's time and there's place. Recording like that on your first day is crazy work. Recording yourself putting your feet up on this teacher's desk is also crazy work. Recording the students, also crazy work. That was your first day and you did too much.
When you work with children, number one, you cannot film them without a parent's consent. They have to sign a form saying that they can get pictures taken and filmed. Number two, professionalism is key. When you're working any type of job, it is a reason that professionalism is a thing, because your slang may not be the same slang as somebody else. Basically saying your slang might get taken the wrong way, like it probably did in this situation. People, I keep saying this, stop.
Yeah, that shit is true. Like, yeah, your slang, like, I don't know how you speak can be taken the wrong way. Like sometimes I'll speak aggressive, but I don't actually like be mad and stuff. It's just how I be speaking sometimes. Like I'll speak aggressive to somebody by accident, but it's like I feel like they, that can be taken the wrong way and shit. Like that's why you gotta be careful with the with the way you talk, like with the slang and stuff when you're working at a job and stuff like that. I ain't gonna lie.
Recording while you at work. Let me tell you something, bro. If you're a content creator, separate that from your 9 to 5. Separate it.
This entire situation just shows more and more why we need better professionalism and why everyone doesn't need to be a content creator, or at least if you're gonna be a content creator, do not be content creating all the time, because this stuff has real life consequences and you will be called a real.
Hell yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's cool to be a content creator. Don't get me wrong, like I like being a content creator right now, but when you make that your whole life, like just everywhere you go, you gotta make content, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You gotta stop, bro. Like you're a content creator, sure, but that doesn't mean you gotta 24/7. You gotta have the phone up and just start recording and just start doing shit for content. Like I be saying that, like, come on.
Life weirdo when this stuff blows up. She might have just thought, hey, this is just a small little video no one's really gonna see. It's gonna get like 2,000, 3,000, maybe 10,000 views. This video has millions of views with other people reposting it, getting millions of views.
Like I get there's people who do like prank content shit with like stores and stuff, but they don't do that all the time. Like it's not like they just do that every single day, bro. They just do them when they're deciding to make content shit, which I wouldn't do no shit like that, but hey man, there's people that be doing prank contents, but when they do prank content and stuff, they don't like, try to prank 24/7 the whole day, like with a camera, bro. They just do it when they feel like it, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Seeing that you were a weirdo and all seeing the weird stuff that you were saying, doing, that makes people very uncomfortable and probably won't even want to hire you. And again, this stuff has real life effects to the point that she posted a more recent video talking about how she lost her main job, not just a substitute teaching job, and is now starting a GoFundMe because of how much this has affected her life.
I wasn't supposed to be a substitute teacher, and I'm gonna take that for what it is. I have 1,000 gifts, man. So that's what I need to focus on. I did start a GoFundMe, but I really didn't want to start a GoFundMe because I really don't want the free money. So I would just, man, if you would like to help, because I have lost everything, man, I got a link. I have my clothing brand, man. If you can just buy anything, I hand make all my merch. I'll be working. I have something to do to keep me active, since it's gonna be hard for me to find a job. Everybody knows it's everywhere, man. My face is everywhere on every single site. I'm on YouTube. Like, why am I on YouTube? Why are you guys reposting me on YouTube?
That's the same question I'm wondering. Why is she on YouTube? It's a crazy world we live in. But in all seriousness, the situation just is a very big example of why when you make make content. You don't need to make content everywhere. Why? You need to make things very clear so that things can't be interpreted in a weird way like those words definitely are. And why we need a level of professionalism, because if she just talked professionally or just had some decorum to not record students that don't consent to being recorded, then this entire situation wouldn't happen in the first place. And then these wouldn't affect her actual life because she made her actual life content. She just kept the two separate. They quite literally could not affect each other. That is just how I feel though. What are you talking about? You
Hey, shout out to Nelly for the video, but yeah, bro, they gotta chill with that content shit. Like that's like if I'm out in public and someone tripped down the stairs, my first instinct instead of helping them, my first instinct is, oh wait, let me get my phone up. That could be good content. Like what the fuck? Anyways, yeah. But yeah, if you like the video, like, subscribe, follow my socials, and me on the road to 1K.